There's a legend round here. A killer buried, but not dead. A curse on Crystal Lake. A death curse. Jason Voorhees' curse. They say he died as a boy, but he keeps coming back. Few have seen him and lived. Some have even tried to stop him. No one can.
Oh my God! All right, I didn't plan that properly. What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everyone doing today? Well, that sounds off today. Sounds like I need to buy professional gear. What's up, everybody? I know there's probably not going to be a lot of people watching this, but that's all right. That's all right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull up the stream because we're going to be going into pages where I won't be able to see the chat. Let me do this. Let me switch accounts so I can at least get credit for it. You know what? I'm going to pull up the stream. Yeah, see? There we go. I'm even going to like it. I'm going to like it, and you should too. You should too. Like the fucking stream. So, we got a lot to talk about, and I haven't really talked much about it, considering Friday the 13th is my favorite franchise in the horror industries, of the cinemas, of the places to go watch the moving pictures. Let me move this so you can see me a little bit better, because, you know, I have no doubt someone out there is fucking snapping a bean to my stream. That's Jason. No mercy for what he's doing. No thought to even what he's done. He don't need to feel your sorrow. No remorse for the helpless one. War without end. So, we get a lot to talk about with the Jason universe. I mean, we briefed on the... We briefed on... My briefs. No, the mask design. And I feel it's fine. You know, we've had so many iterations. We've had some that were ugly as fuck. And some that, you know, when they first came out, I was like, ooh. Ooh. Like Jason Takes Manhattan. I fucking hated that mask. But over time, it's grown on me. And it's one of my top 3 now. As far as, like, the hockey mask is concerned. Have we done a tier list on the hockey masks? Because if we haven't, we need to get on that. Let me just make sure I'm... see? I'm a half-cent off on all strings. And that's because my nut is not slotted 100% properly. And I'm an idiot and I like to use my fucking whammy bar. My wiggle stick, as some call it. There we go. Right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. But first and foremost, I think it's only fitting that we do thank the members of our Creep Collective. We've lost one, but we've gained another. So we're still at 16. Once we get to 20, I got a really rad prize for just you guys. Really rad prize. But it has to be 20 for like that month and then redo it for the second month. And once I see that at least 20 people have stuck around that long, I will do something really rad for you. And then if you want to fucking blast him, whatever. But I'm not going to let you do it for 1 month. Get into the giveaway. It has to be 1 full month. And then into the next month, you have to be a member to be eligible for... You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So, our newest member... I can't... There we go. I got the right one up now. Our newest member is Richie Skulls. An old buddy of mine. An art buddy of mine. Toy collector. Moderator extraordinaire. Thank you, Richie. I appreciate it. Papa Brad's game, and I got to catch up on some of your stuff. I've been kind of in the weeds lately. I actually, not to get too personal, went through a PTSD episode the past fucking week or so, and I got on a creative manic streak, and I made a ton of fucking I didn't make them. I already had them made, but these Necronomicons, I decided to actually do something with them. Put them on plaques and all kinds of stuff. One person had seen it and was like, "Oh, I want the orange one." So I put it together for him, and I haven't heard a goddamn... I'm so fucking tired of people doing that. I have like zero money right now. So I don't beg, so I don't want donations, but if there's something I have that you want to buy, I'd rather you get a product out of it, But they were like, yeah, I want that one, and I want it to be made this way. So I made it that way, and should have taken money down. But no, now I have a whole bunch of stuff. I signed up for this thing called the Booze and Pancake Show again, except this time, instead of displaying my art, I'm going to have a vendor booth. So we should be good there. So Papa Brad's Gaming, I'll be catching up on you guys pretty soon here. Mr. Toon! Again, haven't really seen him much around as far as like Facebook and stuff, so I hope you're doing well. The Intellivision Gamer, Casey, thank you so much, my man. Really great dude. Super collector. Uber collector. He doesn't mind dropping stupid money to have something cool in his collection. And he seems like the type of collector that I am, whereas I get all excited and I'll put shit together, but then I won't care about it. Then eventually I just get rid of it all, and then I get it all back, Good dude. I like Casey's channel. I love his live streams. Whether I comment or not, I usually have him on while working on stuff. Him, Chuck, Papa Pete, all the above. So I'm grateful for the Intellivision Gamer. Billy O and Ordo Necro. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Ordo, an old friend from Instagram. Billy O, of course, from here. We've had words in the past during the Amico days, but really good guy. Really good guy. When I say words, I mean disagreements about whatever. Mr. Shaw, I just noticed I didn't put a hyphen between your name. My apologies if you guys can't figure out that Ordo Necro and Mr. Shaw are two different people. Thank you, Mr. Shaw. Great dude. If I remember correctly, I've spoken with his wife. It was during, I think we were doing the giveaway to raise money for Bacon Ice Cream Productions, who ironically is next. But, what do you call it? His house flooded out. So I had that Necronomicon. So wink, 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 nudge, nudge, Creep Collective, 20 members. And we auctioned that off for $250, like in a raffle thing. And got that down to my buddy Rich so that he could recoup some of his losses. But Mr. Shaw and Mrs. Shaw, nice people, really good people. Bacon Ice Cream Productions, Rich. Do I need to say anything else? The dude's got his finger on the pulse when it comes to, like, not necessarily the niche stuff, but, like the VCS, the Evercade, the Poly Mega, whatever the hell it's called now. Like, he has a real solid niche foundation. Of course he does all the other retro stuff. but he's got this really nice little pocket of different. So if you haven't subscribed to him, he's another one I need to eventually catch up on. It's been a little bit since I've been to his channel, aside from like a video here and there in the background, but really good dude, helps out with the Alzheimer's Association every year, one way or the other. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about the dude. Generous, caring, knowledgeable, seems like a good family member. I got to hang out with him at Video Games Live. Just a real rad dude all around. So if you want to subscribe to him just for fucking that, please, please. Good dude, good dude. Stacy Kramer. Him and his family have bought plenty of art from me. Good dude. I think I met him through the Guitar World. Guitar World, thank you for being a member. Alex Valentine, a.k.a. Captain Fucking Obvious. Really good friend of mine. And I got something planned for you, buddy. I shouldn't have said anything. RC from the NYC. The one name I don't dread writing, but I'm so used to writing like 2 or 3 just words, and these are like letters, word. My brain, it fucks with me because I'm an idiot. I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid like that. That's what I do. Great movie. Alex Valentine, RC. Okay, TV's Hasselhoff. Another great dude. Jumps in with the Alzheimer's every year. I think. Pretty sure. Just overall, great dude, guys. Thanks for being members. Troy Peterson, as in T-Roy. I think I mentioned it. He recently had a birthday last month, I believe. So I think I'll stop talking about the birthday, but I try to come up with something personal for everybody. And I don't know a lot of these cats personally. I know a lot of them personally, but I don't know the other half. But, you know, they're members of the Creep Collective. They can't be too good a person. Loosely Collected. Good dude. Horror guy. Haunted house stuff. Fucking awesome. Awesome dude. New Phantom Fiction. One of our fairly newer subscribers not subscribers, but Creep Collective members. And last but not least, Violation Entertainment. I fucking love saying those 2 words together. I don't know what it is about that fucking screen name or YouTube name or handle, whatever you guys call it. Fuck yeah. So going back to a quick version of that, Richie Skulls, Papa Brad's Gaming, Mr. Toon, Television Gamer, Billy O, Necro, Ordo Necro, Mr. Shaw, Bacon Ice Cream Productions, Stacy Kramer, Alex Valentine, RC from the NYC, TV's Hasselhoff, Troy Peterson, also known as T-Roy, Lucy Collected, New Phantom Fiction, Violation Entertainment. I'm done talking about you guys. As much as I love you, I can't fucking do the whole stream like that. So, before we get into it, what's up, Richie Skulls and Violation Entertainment? I was just talking about you. Waxing the axe. We've got the old 86-ish Kramer. Can you hear it? I'll turn it up if you can't. My landlord uses this space for his living room downstairs. Our apartments are mirrored, same exact fucking thing. And he uses this room for the living room and that one for his dining room, and we do it the opposite. I don't know why. Maybe because the kitchen's on the other side of that wall? And he doesn't care, but I still try to be. I still try to be a little, conscious of. All right, so let's dive into the fucking Jason universe, man. Let's dive into this. Actually, you know what? Let's do this first. Sweet Revenge. I hope I put the link to this all down below. I'm pretty sure I did. So now I'm not going to really be able to see the comments in real time, but I do have this right here to help me with that. I need to put it up against something. Fuck me. I never planned this shit right. I'll just put it right here. I watched the movie. Oh, if you want to call it that. Sounds good, man. Chug-a-lug. Awesome. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the 411 and hipping me to the radness of the sounds. But I watched it last night twice. Once I watched it normally. It's not a movie. It's like a 13-minute little... It's an advertisement for fucking hard cider. All right? At the end of the day, that's what it really is. But it's an official Jason universe. See, here's the thing. We have two entities now. We have Horror Inc. and we have... I forget what the other one's called, but that one's... You have, Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller. Victor Miller wrote the original Friday the 13th. Sean Cunningham was the director / producer and all that crap. They split up after the original Friday the 13th. And recently there was a big lawsuit that went on for a whole long time. And now all the rights of what versus what. Friday the 13th versus Jason versus Camp Crystal Lake versus young Jason versus older Jason. Hockey mask. All this shit got divided amongst these two motherfuckers. And one went over here, and I think this is Horror Inc. That is not... I'm sorry. I believe this is... Yeah, Horror Inc. Sean Cunningham's stuff. And Victor Miller's the one with the A21 TV show. And if that's reversed, then correct me down below. So there's two entities providing Friday the 13th-esque, Jason Voorhees-esque entertainment here in the near future. And they kind of both got together to put together this fucking commercial for apple cider called Sweet Revenge. And I did not do a trailer. They made a trailer for this 13-minute commercial. I did not do a trailer reaction because I wanted to go into it blind as fuck. So I watched it once just as a regular viewing. And I will say this right now. If you haven't seen it yet, I believe I did link it down below. Go watch it because I'm not going to hold back. There's going to be spoilers. Not that there's really any spoilers to be had, but if you want to be pleasantly surprised by the violence, I say fuck off now and come back after you've seen it. Just remember the timestamp. You don't have to watch all the stuff before, I'm not saying that for the extra click. I genuinely don't want to ruin anything for you. But then I watched it. Look at this. Fucking notes. I watched it. And these are my thoughts. And before I say that, you need to understand that I'm the type of guy who thinks Jason X is an amazing flick. I don't think it's a good movie, but I fucking love Jason X. If I were to give you my top 3, I say part 6 is the best made one. It's the best film out of the whole thing. But in my top 3, how about my Rushmore? Let me give you my Rushmore. Number 1 would be part 3. Number 2 would be part 6. Number 3 would be the original. And number 4 would be Jason X. I fucking love Jason X. And the only reason number 1, the original, is 3rd, and even on the list, I don't even think it's that great of a movie. I like how it set everything up for, whatever. It took a certain formula, I should say, and sleazed it up a little bit. I like the gritty early days of the Friday the 13th. Once you start getting into part 4, they start getting a little bit more money. The film stock becomes a little bit more, quality. The back end of things become more quality. Not much, but more. I prefer, not even so much because of the low budget, just to look in the grittiness of the first 3, really. It reminds me of the show, and I use the name on my channel. Channel 38 had this thing called The Movie Loft. And that had that same gritty look to it, too. I don't know. And I always associated the first 3 Friday the 13th, maybe more so the first 2, with that show, because it was on all the time, especially in the summertime, So before you get all banged up about what I'm going to say, you need to understand that I'm a big fan of Jason X. So, of course, I'm going to be into some really weird shit. Going into it, I didn't know what to expect. The first note I have here is it says, it's not a story, it's more of an approximation of what a new Jason-style film could be. And it's getting a lot of fucking hate right now. I think a lot of these horror cats, I think they're fucking stupid. I don't understand. I watch a whole lot of them. And then they all came on going, oh my God. And I'm like, it's literally a commercial. We know that. It's a commercial for fucking hard cider. It's in every shot of the fucking movie. I'm going to call it a movie, okay? It's a short. It's a 13-minute short. It's basically a fan film to sell fucking drinks. But it's official. I wasn't expecting a fucking story, and I wasn't expecting a lot of things I guess a lot of people were. It's 13 minutes. They have a very limited budget. I mean, what they did with that budget, in fact, I'm going to say it right now. I think we got a lot more than I was actually anticipating. Now, there isn't a story to be had there, really. People show up, there's like a little bit of interconflict of things here and there. But at the end of the day, there's just a scene where Jason shows up to the cabin and fucking goes ham. And you know what? If you were to take that little block out, and I have that in one of my last points, and show that to a studio as what is capable of this production crew or whatever, dude, you'd have a fucking movie in a heartbeat. Forget the beginning of it. Forget the weirdness of the chick getting thrown into the fucking lake by Jason or dragged into it, and then just showing up with raccoon eyes later on. Is she undead? Is she alive? I mean, he puts a fucking machete right through her. Pins her to the floor. And she's just walking around like nothing, you know? I believe there's a comic that explored that. Jason having like a zombie girlfriend or a zombie, like go do my bidding kind of thing. I can't remember, but I'm not really into the whole comic book thing, but if you were to just isolate that one section and show it to any fan, I think they would be happy. Forget the look of Jason and all that stuff. So when you're going into this, when you click on that button, you're not getting a Friday the 13th movie. You're not even getting a Jason movie. You're getting like a little vignette of what it could be like while having fun selling something to drink. And all these cats are all pissed off about it. And to that I say, you know what? Simmer down. Simmer down. The other ones are still there. I can literally, at the end of this stream, go watch part 1 through whatever. They're still there. This has nothing to do with that. And I can connect it or I can disconnect it. And I think that's another problem, like Star Wars. Oh my God, George Lucas ruined my childhood because of the prequels. As long as you ignore the prequels, the originals are still there. I don't see how they literally make them less. Sure, they introduce ideas in the prequels that don't, you know, and I understand your disappointment in wanting it to be a cohesive thing. But the originals are still there and you can ignore the parts that you don't like. So now that I got that rant over, overall, I bet you can tell where I'm at with this. I thought it was awesome. I might watch it again while editing another video I'm making right now for my other channel, the Creepy Crawl. Link should be down below. But it was basically made for two things: selling a product and to show what a new Friday the 13th style Jason movie could look like. It was just a goofy commercial until you made it to the woods. Think of Shaun of the Dead in that it's a comedy and it was fun, but they took the horror of it seriously. They took the zombies seriously. And once Jason comes into it, the funness of, I'm selling a drink, literally goes right out the fucking window. It just goes right out the window. Bye! And it becomes fucking brutal. And so good. So good. The classic style Jason music. Friday the 13th. And I'm talking about the first, probably 4. 4 is when it starts to kind of go somewhere else. Again, more money, better equipment to record with, sounds cleaner. I don't want that. I want part 1 and 2. I want it to sound gritty. I want it to look gritty. And that's another thing. They got the grit look pretty well. You could tell it was a digital thing. You could tell it was definitely what do they call it, color correcting or whatever in the post. But they kind of got that look. But once Jason showed up, and once they were in the woods, completely different vibe. It was like they're like, okay, here's a commercial. Here's what you want. Here's more of the commercial. You know? And they threw every one of the little tropes in there. They were able to throw in a little of this and a little of that. And I don't know, for 13 minutes, I think they fucking did a bravo job. I'm so tired of people being overly critical for no reason. I mean, everything, you either have to hate it or love it. Really? Fucking fans are just fucking disgusting human beings. But the music, at first, it's weird. The music took me on a roller coaster. Because the classic score style stuff sounded almost like it could have gone in. Like they were cuts from the original movies that they never used. So it was like the familiarity of the vibe of the music was there. But it was a little off. Like, you know how like you're watching a movie you've seen 100,000 times. Your brain knows what's coming first. And you actually act it out. Believe it or not, think about it. And I hope I don't ruin your viewing experience for anyone. But your brain will actually produce it as you, and if there's a little thing off, you literally stop mentally for a few seconds. And it was kind of like that, but overall, I think that was great. The you know what? That's been fucked with so much at this point. I'm happy to see it at all. Considering the remake used it twice, I think. Once when he got it masked, and once when the New Line and Paramount logos came up. And I don't think they used it any other time. And here they used it proper. Now, they didn't use it for any misdirection, like in some cases. And there would have been a great spot where there was a misdirection. A peeping Tom in the woods. And maybe they did use it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they didn't. But in the original movies, they sometimes use it as misdirection. And when I say that, they weren't lying that the villain was in the idea of the scene. More so, excuse me, more so in the area. You know, they know what's going on. They are there, but it's, whatever. You just don't know if they're going to. And sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't fucking bother with you, so. All the tropes were there. They had a Crazy Ralph style character, the guy who owned the camp. Basically what it is this guy bought the camp. He bought Camp Crystal Lake. And he rents out the cabins. And he does give a little explanation. This place has a little bit of a troubled past. Your usual revenge, murder. And, yeah, he's just creepy. Eats apples, likes a lot of apples. A lot of fucking apples since they're selling apple cider. Hard apple cider, anyway. They do have one with like a Jason can, and they are selling this big giant. I don't know if it's a 6 or a 12. I'm assuming it's a 12-pack. Based off of all of this. And I may go get one can, the one with the mask on it. And we'll get to the mask here in a minute. In a little bit. And the look of Jason and everything. I may get one of those, but... So they had that guy. They had the Crazy Ralph style thing. The gore, of course, was there. What I was surprised to see, and movies don't do this a lot anymore, is there was a lot of B-roll shots for a 13-minute thing. But I think it was integral to giving it that original Friday the 13th feel. If you watch the original Friday the 13th, hell, even some of the other ones, there's a lot of that just looking at the lake. Watching the trees blow in the wind for, a good 5, 6, 10 seconds. Showing the moon and all kinds of crap. And movies don't do that a lot anymore. Like just to give you a pause. They do it to show it's a full moon or there's a storm coming. Yeah, so fucking what? But in this case, we're talking about just holding on a shot. Just holding on it. And just looking at the water. Listening to it. The calmness of the woods. The deceitful calmness of the woods. Kind of like the original Friday the 13th. The way they crafted that scene at the end when Alice gets pulled into the lake. He timed it. He created the music in such a way that it felt good. It felt final. The cops are showing up, and I know I'm not the only one to say this. The cops are showing up, so now you're feeling good, all right? Everything's safe now. You had a horrific experience, but you're going to be okay. And at the least part in the music where you thought something was going to happen, they come up and they fucking snag you. That's why a lot of that stuff is important, at least to me anyway. But I was glad to see that they just threw in a couple of B-rolls. And that's actually kind of like a Sean Cunningham kind of deal. I know Wes Craven directed Last House on the Left. But they do a lot of that too in the woods and shit, you know. And the woods has a calmness to it. But there's something there, and you need to fucking pay attention, you know. That's what it's all about. Fucking loved it. I had the gritty look and sound like we were talking about. It sounded great. The gore was amazing. A lot of it was off screen. Like there's a scene where she runs up to her cabin and her friends are like cut up in pieces and hung on the line to dry. Like literally on the fucking the laundry lines. Some people were upset that we didn't get to see a lot of those kills. It's 13 minutes long and it's a commercial. Are you out of your fucking mind? Did you see what those fucking practical effects looked like? They were gorgeous. There was time and love crafted into those, whether they were repurposed from something else. I don't care. That was perfect. You don't need to see all the kills. 13-minute commercial. Keep saying that to yourself. 13-minute commercial that is official from one of the entities that are going to bring Jason Voorhees in whatever way back to us. It's a fucking commercial. And that was an awesome scene, whether we got to see it or not. And then once Jason made it to the cabin, oh my God. I know everyone's talking about the propeller scene. The propeller scene had zero chill. I mean, he just kicks in the fucking door, traps some dude underneath it, and takes an offboard engine, whatever the fuck it is, from a boat, and starts it up and puts a propeller in this dude's face. It turns him into hamburger, and I'm surprised YouTube let him show all that. I mean, his fucking face literally turned into hamburger. And then the other dude's trying to run out, and he said, nope, broke the fucking thing, threw it over at him. Then he stuck the machete through the other chick on the floor. It was so much fun. You know, I'm fine with a lot of it being off screen. We already talked about the zombie girl sidekick. You know, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I could get used to it. But once the violence starts, and I did this, I closed my eyes and just listened to it the second time. And if you just hear it, those people, they're giving it their all, and it sounds horrific. If I were to walk up to a scene and heard that from the outside, blood would have ran cold. It would have ran cold. The kills, the owner was mad. I mean, the apple in the mouth, lots of apples, and the fucking thing through the eye. The fiance, the hamburger face, yep. The propeller in the back, and the cheater chick getting the knife through there. Okay, whatever. I mean, that's cool. But overall, I thought it was fucking fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Let me get to some of these comments here real quick, because it looks like people have been talking while I've been talking, and I apologize, but I wanted to get this all out. So, sounds good. Did you create a Darth Voorhees once? Is that a false memory? Seems like exactly something that you would do. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, he's not finished. He's not finished. He's right here. There you go. Yeah. You know, we'll stay here while I do the chat. Let me look at the actual chat. Darth Voorhees. Yes. Alan, what's going on, buddy? Hey, did you like the new Camp Crystal Lake short film? That's what we're talking about, buddy. Fucking love it, man. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the rest of this here in a minute. What happened to the TV series that they were going to make? They are making it. It's a different... If you watch the beginning of this, I go over that vaguely. There's two entities right now that own certain aspects of Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees, Camp Crystal Lake, and they're splitting off and collaborating in some places. And one of them went off to go do the Crystal Lake TV series for Peacock. That's in production right now. They're filming. In fact, I'm going to try to find some stills. This is an entire Jason Universe fucking stream. So we're going to go into the website. We're going to be talking about, hopefully I'll be able to find some of the shots from the filming locations. I haven't talked about it at all. And Jason Voorhees is like, to me, I'm surprised no one's really truly asked me why I haven't yet. Maybe no one gives a shit. But that's really all there is to that. All these... did you see the sequel to Super Mario Bros. 93 movie, Super Mario Bros. 2? I don't even remember seeing the first one, to be honest with you. I know I did, but I don't remember seeing the first one, so no. Can't say I have. Dynamite, what's going on? What are you talking about, comrade? I'm talking about, let's see, where's my OBS so I can switch the screens again? The Jason Universe. And there was the link to this should be down below, buddy. Sweet Revenge. It is a Friday the 13th style short. It has a Jason Voorhees character in it. I don't know what they own and what they don't own. But evidently they own the rights to the mask, but not the name of the character. I don't know. I really don't know. But we're talking about, I just got done talking about this short, this movie, Sweet Revenge. Go check it out. It's fucking brilliant. It's awesome. So now we get to this. We get to all this. Oh, let me fix this so I can see that. Hey, sweetheart. Welcome back. Welcome back to the shit show. Welcome to the shit show. What's up?
So if I library and I got some slush.
You got slush? Did you bring me home any slush? Fucker.
And then I ran when I home. And I was cooking by Memorial Hall. And the firefighters were calling me. Somebody else had died.
Okay, I'm streaming. I'll hear your stupid stories later. No, I'm just kidding.
What if they gave me advice?
What?
What if they gave me advice that I should do the streamers know where in the world we are?
Oh, okay. I thought you said one of them wanted to fight. I'm like, you're going to fight a firefighter? I'm also... You guys want to see that live? You want to see my daughter fight a firefighter?
I'm going.
All right, I'm sorry about that interruption, guys. My kids have no tact, and I don't give a fuck because I love them. And I will give them the attention whether I'm streaming or not. And if you don't like it, you can suck a fart from my asshole. Okay, seriously, though. There is a fucking limit to my patience. What's up?
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I just fully back away.
She's
Say?
I snitched you out. All right. So, there's this thing called the Jason Universe, and we'll start here with Jason himself. We've already talked about this. As far as a thing, I said I had to see the mask in a film's situation to determine whether or not, it's. I should have had a picture of a screenshot ready to go. I apologize. Maybe there'll be one in here somewhere, hopefully. But, yeah, you know what? Let's just go into here. This is what we're talking about now anyway. So Greg Nicotero, I'm not going to explain who he is. Let's just say he's made a lot of the shit that I grew up watching, okay? He's most famous from working with Evil Dead 2, with Mark Shostrom, and with his own company, sorta, and Tom Savini on Day of the Dead. And then he's done everything from everywhere. Block your motherfucking ass. But regardless, if there's any gore or any kind of, and you've seen him in TV shows, he doesn't just do horror. I mean, if there's car crash stuff for like Days of Our Lives, he'll work on that. But regardless, I don't know how he got involved. I haven't really looked into that, but he created the new look of our Jason Voorhees. What the fuck's with the pop-ups? Oh, I fucking hate websites. That's why I don't go to websites anymore. Regardless, people didn't like the fucking new Jason. They didn't like the new Jason. And and I had to see what the mask looked like on film. And you know what? They didn't show a lot of it. They're like little glimpses. I mean, you could pause and see it just fine. But I don't know. It seemed fine. It seemed fine. You know what? There's a let's. I want to do something here. All right. Let's. I didn't plan this either. Hopefully it'll be under Jason mask. I don't know what else it would be under. But they revealed a new mask at Comic-Con this year. Of that. A solid one. Alright. Fucking. God damn it. Oh, see what I mean with this fucking bullshit? I don't know why you guys fucking put up with that shit. Alright. I guess they don't have it on the website yet. So let's Google it. Here we go. Here we go. So this is going to be sold in stores. You know, of course you can't see that, right? And I would actually do something way different with it. Actually, this is a great example of it. I fucking, you can't see it. I'm sorry. But overall, I mean, it is what it is. I don't like the design of it, how forced the scratches look, and I know you can't really see it that well here. But I wish their website had a lot more information. I really do. Where's the Jason universe? Here we go. I'm not trying to sign up for shit. But the one you're gonna buy has all these forced scratches. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna buy one and give the entire thing a coating of Bondo, and then creating natural scratches, because what they're selling and showing here didn't quite represent what was on the actual character, and the way they lit it and shot it, it looked fine to me. I had no problem with the mask at all, not even a little bit, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm not going to keep jumping in the websites that fucking have pop-ups all over the place, but we get the gist of it. I kind of dig what's going on here. I really do. I really do. I've been listening to this a lot lately. Oh, that sounds dirty. I love this shit, but yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy. I'm happy we're getting Jason content. I'm super happy that we're getting Jason content. And I guess there really isn't much more to say aside from, I don't know. I'm into it. I'm into it. I thought it was a fucking really good program. 13 minutes of just fucking mayhem and selling an alcoholic beverage. And I'm just, again, happy to see more Jason. I get separated from everything else. It's obviously going to be its own thing. You know what I mean? It may tie back into the other shit. I know the TV show, and we will have a stream or something about that. Excuse me, I got like little hiccups. The TV show is looking great. It's focusing on the camp, I guess, while Jason was a little boy. And there's some, like, I guess, time transitions to a modern Jason. I don't know. I'm not really reading a lot about it. Again, I want to be surprised. But maybe we will. Maybe we will start, like, maybe weekly doing an update if there is any on these, you know, the countdown to Crystal Lake. Because I'm really excited. I've never wanted to pay for a streaming service until now. And I have to be perfectly honest with you. The idea of it really aggravated me at first, but then again, I can separate it from the legit stuff, you know. And the more I'm seeing, the more the casting, some of the things that are leaking out is mirroring what logically I think prequel would be for the original Friday the 13th. Now, should it all revolve around, like, should she still be I don't know. I don't know what time period. I don't know how young Jason's going to be. You know, I saw pictures of a pregnant woman at one point. So, like, if she had to cook Jason's whole life? Was that her job? I mean, is it that small of a town? But I don't know. There's so many different ways they can go with it, and I am super excited. And that's being produced by a company called A21. So I understand they have a lot of quality content out there. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes. I know a lot of people, again, and I can't stress this enough. Let's bookend it like this. I can't stress it enough, all these fucking people getting upset about it. Jason looked fine. The dude's 6'5", I think. But if you watch Friday the 13th Part 2 and 3, he is a big dude in 3, but he's not like a muscle-bound monster. In 2, he looks like, and please excuse the expression, please. This is somebody else's quote, and it's perfect for Part 2 Jason. A retarded hillbilly. Or maybe I should say a hillbilly with developmental or intellectual, challenges. I apologize for using the word retarded that way. Though I do still use that word quite a bit, but not to discuss people's mental illness. Slowing down of thinking. And I think there is a good distinction there. But we're not here talking about language. We're here talking about my lost soul brother, Jason fucking Voorhees. But, yeah, I'm all about it. I'm super stoked for the classy, good shit. I'm super stoked for this comic booky fun, and I think that's where I'm literally going to end my thoughts on the 13-minute short. I had fun watching it because I shut my brain off and I just watched it as a thing. Even as a die-hard Jason fan. Die-hard. I got him on my fucking calf muscle. Made in hell. Big Jason Voorhees mask. I can identify with Jason's a victim. No matter where you go from it, Jason is a fucking victim. And I'm not claiming victim stance. But I get it. I get it. So, Freddy was fun for a few movies. Leatherface was awesome for the first one and fun in the second one. But there was just something about Jason. The outcast part of it. The typical nerd getting revenge kind of a situation, but in this case. But regardless of all that, I had a good fucking time. Dude, that Darth Voorhees looks straight out of Quake 2. I'll have to check that out. Just look up Quake 2 characters. I played a little bit of the first one, but those kind of games make me nauseous. Which is weird because I played Doom all the time on Windows 95. But then somewhere those little FPSs just started getting me nauseous. I got a Jason bobblehead with a little Boba Fett on his shoulder. What? If there's a way you could show me that, please. Please find me somewhere else. I'm not hard to find. I want to see that. That's fucking awesome. Have you seen the movie called Mosquito starring Leatherface? No. I have not. Where can I find that? The actor that played Leather, he was, called Mosquito starring Leatherface. Alright, now I'm confused a little. The original one was a guy named Gunnar something. He's dead now. He got dead. Gunnar Hansen or something like that. I'm not, I love the first movie for what it is. I'm not a big fan of the Texas Chainsaw series. Although the aesthetic is right up my alley. Using fucking bones and shit for art. Sorry, I'm just being weird now. So, anyone who has actually seen it, what are your thoughts? Do you like it? Synopsis Films has it for sale. Search Google. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Definitely. I'll try to. Let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Write it down. Mosquito. All right. So you're saying it's starring the guy who played Leatherface. My brain is cooked. My apologies, guys. Pretty cool. I'm getting a good tone out of this thing today. That's why I'm getting distracted. But Gunnar Hansen, yes, Gunnar Hansen. Arrogant prick. I know quite a few people have met him in person. And because of that one role, he felt like he was the man, you know? And in that one little niche, he is the man, but... yeah, I don't know. Some people say he was a nice guy. Everyone I know that's ever met him, like, not just at a convention, I mean, like, met him. They all told me he was a prick. An arrogant prick. But God rest his soul, he did a great job. He did awesome in Hatchet 2. Was it Hatchet 2 he was in? We got the table, and they kicked his head, and the top of his head slid down the table, and the rest of his body dropped. Those are great movies, man. Adam Green, local cat. Local cat. I think he's from the South Shore. Him and, oh, what the fuck is that kid's name? Did Cabin Fever, and, he's always in fucking Quentin Tarantino movies now. Oh, I can't remember his name. He did that Cannibal Holocaust ripoff a handful of years ago. He's also a local guy, too. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Area Scope, that's you know, going back to, what the fuck, the Hatchet guy. What? Hi. The missus just got home. He has a video that I play all the time during, like, Halloween. It's called Jack Chop. Jack Chop. Go to YouTube now, which you're on, so you don't have to go very far. Open up another tab and just type in Jack Chop. And I believe it's Area Scope. Eli Roth, yes. Thank you, Eli Roth. How do I forget that kid's name? But he, yeah, he's another local cat too. I want to say he's probably more North Shore. I don't know. I can't remember. I think maybe they're both South Shore kids. They'll say they're from Boston, but kind of like that other kid that went from gaming to gossip. He's getting sued. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna say his name. Fucking a fucking blowhard on here. Good dude in person, but oh, he's like, I'm from Boston. No, you're not. You're from the South Shore. Well, I went to Boston once. In the movie, Gunnar Hansen kills mosquitoes with a big red chainsaw. Now, are they giant killer mosquitoes? Or is he actually just going after real mosquitoes with a chainsaw needlessly? Because I think I prefer the latter. And if it's not that, I'm going to be fucking disappointed now. I'm going to be mad at you. Alright, well, I'm just noodling on the guitar, which means I'm fucking bored. And I got nothing more to say. We should be doing some game streams here pretty soon. I've just been wanting to sit and chat. I don't know. I've been off kilter and not my norm, so you're getting that as a byproduct. But yeah, no, overall, I think this fucking movie, or whatever the fuck you want to call this thing, Sweet Revenge, is pretty fucking rad. It's really rad. Here, let's see if I can't fast forward to something brutal. Here we go. Here's something brutal for you. We got a raccoon chick looking at a... Oh, can you even see what I'm looking at? Yes, you can. Oh my God, he's got an apple in the eyeball. That's fucking scary. Guys, wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. Again, thank you so much to the Creep Collective. I can't thank you guys enough. 16. Once we get to 20, we'll have a good giveaway. And I'm telling you, it's going to be something fun. It's going to be something really fun. And I've been working on it for the past week. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me today during this live stream. And, yeah. Until next time, take care. Creep it real.